7 Days to Die 1.0 is launching in just a few weeks' time in June. They'll be launching it on PC, and then shortly after in July, they'll be launching it on Xbox and PlayStation. But they just announced another game. The Fun Pimps have just announced 7 Days Blood Moons. Now this looks very interesting. It is more based around PvP, and if you like the look of it, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more survival content. Also check out our second channel, Space Cowboy. We cover mainly Starfield and other Bethesda titles on there, and check out TikTok as well. All the links are in the description down below. Now 7 Days Blood Moons is a 4 versus 1 fight to the death. Survivors must fortify bases and scavenge for materials in their plight against the relentless horde. The zombie hive master must command and possess the horde to crush the survivors. So this is basically a 4 versus 1 where we're going to have a bunch of players spawning in what looks to be a set location with a small amount of resources available to them and a certain amount of time to set up. Now, I'm assuming once that timer runs down, you've got the enemy sorting out his horde and coming in and taking on the enemies and seeing who can win. Now, I do like the look of this. It reminds me of Resident Evil, I think it was Resistance, which was their PvP game, and it was relatively fun. Published by the Fun Pimps in conjunction with Illogica. Now, I don't know who those are, I've not really seen much about them, but I love the idea of a PvP aspect to the game without the sort of base raiding elements. I hate having stuff built up, building everything, creating your camp, and then another player coming along and destroying it. But having this sort of maybe 10-minute match, I'd assume, maybe 10 to 15 minutes per match, where you spawn in, you've got sort of 2 to 3 minutes to set up defenses as a 4, and then you're going to be going against a single other player that is in control of all the horde and placing all the zombies down. Now, as survivors, you'll be working with other survivors to mow down the hordes of zombies, repair your defenses, and heal your fallen teammates to last until morning. As you scavenge, you'll search your surroundings for useful supplies, ammunition, health, all that good stuff that you're going to need to survive the actual Blood Moon, same as you would in the standard game. Now, you must keep everybody alive by the looks of it, but you've got to find rare resources to craft, unlock better gear for the next match. So it doesn't seem like we're going to just have a base set every time we jump in. As a player, you're going to get better, whether this will count towards team items or whether you're going to go in with a set loadout, and that loadout is something that you can develop over time. So we're going to need to locate and fortify nearby structures with any resources that you've scavenged. Lay down traps, bolster defenses as waves as the undead come for you in the destructible world of 7 Days to Die. Now, as mentioned, it has got a ton of new locations which have been in the background, and I do love the idea of some of these. They look a lot more bright and vibrant, definitely more PvP elements to it. And we're going to be progressing through the world through doing these matches, and then as we get through and reach certain levels, we're going to be unlocking new items such as weapons and perks that will prepare us for the next match. Now, when it comes to the crafting aspects, you can craft weapons and traps. Crafting is still going to be what looks to be a decent part of the game. Obviously, you're not going to be building a full-on horde bunker. You're not going to have the time to do that. I'm very curious about how the timing is going to work, because I'm assuming it's going to be a hell of a lot quicker to set up as the one player setting up the zombie horde around, but then everything could change. So it could work out that you've got that 5 minutes to set up before the enemy joins into the game, and then they join in and you've got to wait for them to set up the horde. Now, as the hive master, there are plenty of things you're going to have to do there. Not as much as a standard player, though. Now, I don't know whether you have to have 4 players to go with it or whether you can have less, but the hive master is a one-man job. So you've got to strategize with the zombies that you've got in your arsenal, command, possess, harvest, and progress in the thrilling genre mashup. So they're mashing up a lot of stuff, and I'm curious to see how being the hive master is going to work. But you've got a sky view where you can be right above, figure out where the enemies are located, plan where your horde's going to be coming from, and dominate by giving all of those orders. Now, you can give orders to certain aspects of the horde to strategize coordinated attacks in weak strategic locations on the enemy's base and fortifications. Now, as well as that, you can actually possess certain zombies and join the actual fight itself and be in there, going in and taking out anything that you can get your hands on. Whether you're going to be in there and once you're dead, that's it, or whether you can just switch between different zombies throughout the battle and switch up tactics completely and be pretty rogue and commanding units at the same time. So as you can see, this is the third person aspect of being a zombie, and it looks like you've got sort of special abilities when you are the zombie. I don't know what the actual sort of sunshine is above, but here you can see all of these zombies that we're going to be able to spawn in, and I'm assuming this is the amount that we can spawn in, potentially. So general population, 3, 9, I don't know if these are sort of health icons or how long they last. Not 100% sure on that one, but as you can see, we've got tokens there. And then the sunshine, I don't know what that could mean. That could be how long we've got until the sunlight comes up. So maybe obviously 4:07 there. Normally the horde ends at 4, I think it is, as standard. But as you can see, you've got day 1 as well. So we could be going over a couple of days. Not 100% sure how it's going to work, but I do like the idea of it. And then as you can see with the placement, drag and drop. But it looks like there's a sort of unlimited amount there. So you've just got as much time as possible, and you've got as many zombies as you can possibly have. You've just got to keep going until morning, and that'll decide whether you win or lose. And then depending on what you do, I'm assuming maybe throughout the night, you end up earning more credits or more points, depending on how many barricades you destroy. Potentially. Really not too sure. Now, you'll also be able to upgrade your skills as the Hive Master by harvesting human remains to unlock new zombie minions to unleash in the next match. So you're going to be going in, and I'm assuming same as being a survivor. The more wins you've got, the better stuff you're going to actually get and unlock. So towards the start of the game, I think it's going to be a pretty level playing field. But I do love this idea of it being that PvP aspect, and also, even as the Hive Master, having that progression where you can get different unlockable zombie archetypes with special abilities that can do all sorts of crazy stuff. We could potentially be seeing some new zombies in this. It does look like there's some different zombies compared to the zombies that are actually in the main 7 Days to Die game. Whether we'll see a crossover and things from this PvP element come over to 1.0, I don't know. I think they are going to keep it a completely separate element. But at the moment, there is no planned release date. All we've got is coming soon. So I don't know whether it's going to be after 1.0 shortly to sort of prioritize and profit off of that hype of 1.0, or whether they'll get 1.0 out of the way and this is something we're going to be seeing in 2025. Don't know, but either way, I'm excited to see where it goes. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more 7 Days Blood Moons and 7 Days to Die content. We've got plenty of stuff on the horizon. We are currently doing a survival aspect in Dishong Tower, which I'm loving. It's loads of fun. Dishong Tower is always a rough place to survive, but loads and loads of fun on that one. I definitely recommend checking that out. We do that every Sunday at 10 PM. There is also a link in the top right hand corner to it. For now though, ladies and gents, I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon with some more 7 Days to Die.